Hey, what's up guys? Collector John here. Today we're going to be looking at some recent pickups, including some games that I bought from Walmart that were extremely cheap, and then we're going to head to a game store to look for some video games and see if we can find anything cool. Right, Yeti? Let's get into it! What's up guys, Collector John here. Hope everyone's doing well. Today's video is going to be pretty chill. I'm just going to show you guys a few of my recent pickups, and then we're going to go look for some video games, because that's how we like to do it here on Collector John. And among those recent pickups are a few games that I grabbed from Walmart on clearance. I don't do a lot of clearance game hunting at Walmart, but it was a couple days after Christmas, so I figured they might have some good deals there, and it turned out they did. So I'm pretty stoked to show you guys those Walmart pickups, along with a few other games that I grabbed from a couple local game stores in the kind of north central Wisconsin area. I have a couple recent Goodwill pickups as well that I'm going to show you guys, so that should be pretty fun. And then after this quick collection update, we're going to head over to Mega Media Xchange in Franklin, Wisconsin, just to see if they have any new stuff. I haven't been there in a few weeks, and they're still doing their 25% off sale on video game stuff. I just want to see if they have anything new or interesting, which should be pretty fun. But first, let's get into these collection pickups. So let's start off here with a couple games that I grabbed from Gaming Generations in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. I made this stop there when I was heading up north to see my parents for the holidays, and found a couple cool things. So let's see what we got here. So I grabbed two PS4 games. I've been really into the PlayStation 4 lately. The games are super cheap right now, and I feel like I'm just starting to have a lot more nostalgia for that console, because it's been almost 10 years since I bought my PS4 in March 2015. So it's really getting up there, and the prices are great. So I just feel like now is the time to start buying PS4 games and get a pretty beefy PS4 collection going. This is what my PS4 collection looks like so far, if anyone's interested. You know, I don't have a ton. I don't have like hundreds of PS4 games or anything, but I'm pretty happy with what I've accumulated so far. I'm especially happy with this Dark Souls trilogy. It's this 3-game box set. It comes with unique box art for each game, and you know, I freaking love Dark Souls. I love all of these games. But anyway, back to the pickups from Gaming Generations. So we grabbed Metro Redux, which I really love this series. I played Metro 2033 back in like 2012 or 2013, I think, when I finally got a computer that was good enough to play it. And I just really loved it. It was kind of unlike any other first-person shooter that I'd played up to that point. I think the closest thing to it would be like Half-Life 2 or Doom 3. The ammunition management system was really unique, with using bullets to buy stuff. And overall, Metro 2033 is just a vibe, and Metro Last Light is also really sick. And I have both of these on PC already, but I'm excited to have them in this format so I can play them on the big TV out in my living room. And I think I paid $10 for this, which is pretty average, but you know, $10 game, that's nothing to complain about, especially if it's something that I really want to have in the collection. So stoked on Metro Redux. And I also grabbed Project Cars. This was another $10 game. I've never played this before. I've heard a lot of good things about the Project Cars series. Just that it's like a really solid racing simulator series. So I'm pretty excited to check this one out. I don't really have a lot of next-gen racing games, like at all, so I just thought this was a good time to throw this one in the collection. I'm sure it's something that we'll be checking out very soon. So yeah, if you guys have played Project Cars, let me know. And then this last one here I'm really excited about, and it's a PS3 game, which I don't buy a lot of PS3 games anymore. I kind of have most of the ones that I would want already. But I saw that they had the Splinter Cell HD trilogy. And I knew that this trilogy existed, but I thought that there was a version on the Xbox 360, and I'm pretty sure there is not. I'm pretty sure that this is a PlayStation 3 exclusive. Googling to make sure that that information is correct. Yes, that is correct. This only came out on the PlayStation 3. And yeah, I just think this is an awesome thing to have. I freaking love this series. I have all of these games on the original Xbox already, and I love playing them on my CRT back here. I think it's a freaking vibe. But playing them on the big living room TV that I have my PS3 hooked up to would be freaking awesome. And I've never seen these games like in widescreen on a big TV before. So I just think that's gonna be really cool. For this trilogy, I spent $27. This one's definitely getting a little up there in price. I actually think $27 is like slightly below what you would pay on eBay. So yeah, I'm really excited about this one. And then we also stopped at Start Over Games in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and I only bought one game there. I haven't really had a lot of money to spend recently on game collecting, just with like the holidays and buying gifts and traveling and stuff. But I am really excited about the one game that I picked up from Start Over Games, and here it is, The Saboteur. Yeah, this is one of those 7th gen games that I've heard so much about, but I've never played it. And it was developed by Pandemic, which is a pretty amazing studio that's not really around anymore. This was actually their last game. If you haven't heard of Pandemic, they made Destroy All Humans, they made Mercenaries, they made the Star Wars Battlefront games. They were really prolific and amazing studio during the 2000s that I have a lot of fondness for. And again, I've just heard so many good things about this game, and I'm kind of like disappointed in myself that I've never played it. And it took me a while to get a copy. It's, as far as like an Xbox 360 game goes, it's a little bit more expensive. Like it's, you know, it's not expensive. It's in like the $20 range. But in terms of it being an Xbox 360 game, that's a little pricier. So I paid $18 for this copy, which I felt like that was really good. That's probably the cheapest that I've seen it at a game store recently. And it was complete with the manual and everything, so I'm really happy about that. But yeah, I'm just so excited to finally check this one out. If you guys have played this, let me know what you think, and hopefully I can get to it soon, because I really want to see what the Saboteur is all about. Finally, it's about time that we play the Saboteur. So yeah, that's my haul from the game stores. Again, not a lot of stuff. Haven't had a ton of money to spend lately, but that's okay. And I hope this also serves as a reminder that you don't need to spend a ton of money or buy a bunch of stuff all the time to have fun collecting. Because I had fun going to 2 game stores and buying 4 games. I thought it was awesome. So just do what you can, you know? You don't need to spend a ton of money to have fun. That's what I like to say. How about we look at some Goodwill pickups? The Goodwill pickups today are real bad. Just how I like them. Actually, one of them's bad and one of them's real good. There's only 2 of them, so let's look at these 2 games that I got from Goodwill. First up, we got the bad one. It's Sega Bass Fishing. This isn't a bad game. I think, you know, I've heard a lot about Sega Bass Fishing. I think it's kind of a classic fishing game. And I don't have it on the Dreamcast. I've never played it on the Dreamcast, but I thought getting it on the Wii makes sense because then I don't have to buy an extra peripheral fishing pole for the Dreamcast to play Sega Bass Fishing. Woo. And yeah, I don't know much about this game other than I've heard of it, and I know it's a classic fishing game, and I wanted a fishing game on the Wii, and also I'm pretty sure it has really cool music. It has a very hot track called Falls Area. That song f***ing knocks. Yeah, I don't know if this Wii version has the same soundtrack as the Sega version. Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, then I wasted $2 buying this at Goodwill. Oh well. And then the other Goodwill pickup, this one's pretty good. I got Red Dead Redemption for the Xbox 360. Excuse me. Got something in my throat today. Yeah, I'm not really sure how I don't have this one in the collection yet. I played this back when it came out. I bought it day 1. I played it in my parents' basement a ton with my friends. It was freaking awesome. During my graduation party back in 2010, my friends and I all played this in my parents' basement, and I got mauled by a bear. And then we stopped playing and went upstairs, and there was an actual bear outside my parents' house that crashed the party. So that was incredible. One of my favorite gaming memories of all time. So yeah, $2 Goodwill copy, really good price for Red Dead Redemption. It does not have the map, which I think this did come with the map originally. It does have the manual, which is great. And the disc, I think, is looking pretty good. Uh-oh, now that I'm looking at this disc in better lighting, I think this might have some disc rot on it. So, hold on. I'm gonna throw this into my Xbox 360, see what happens. Okay, well, it's shown up in the menu. Come on, buddy. Come on now. Okay, that's the system update. No, we don't want that. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what I was seeing on that disc. It kind of looked like disc rot, but maybe it didn't look that bad, so I don't know. Maybe it's just early disc rot, and then in like a year this disc will be ruined. I don't know. But anyway, I paid $2 for a copy of Red Dead Redemption that works for now. So that's cool with me, I guess. All right, and I know y'all want to see these Walmart games. I know that's what y'all came for. Nobody actually cares about me. They just want to see cheap games from Walmart. So without further ado, here are the cheap games from Walmart. Starting with Need for Speed Unbound, which they had at Walmart for $7. I'll show you guys a close-up of this receipt in a second so I can prove to you that I did in fact pay not very much money for these games. But yeah, I had like a vague interest in this game. I haven't really kept up with the Need for Speed series at all in like, I don't know, man. I don't even know what the last one I played was. I think it was Shift. So that Shift came out a long time ago, dude. That's like 13, 14 years ago. I don't even know. But I thought this one looked kind of cool, and I kind of want to catch up on some of the later Need for Speed games that I haven't played. And yeah, just like $7 for a physical copy of a game that is still relatively new. That was just hard to pass on, even if I'm only vaguely interested in it. It's just like, it's freaking $7 for a cool PS5 game. You know, I'm gonna get it. Let's unbox these for the camera. How about that? They're all still sealed. Let's just open these up and, you know, see what it's all about. Maybe they have a manual or some cool goodies or something in there. Okay, here we go. Ooh, there's an insert. It says, get more Need for Speed. It's an advertisement for EA Play. That's awesome. I love having stuff like that and not a manual. That's great. And then yeah, disc obviously is very clean because it's never been used. So that's kind of a cool looking disc design. Yeah, that's all right. I like that. This cover is not reversible. It has some information on it. There's no cool reversible cover or anything. So you know, pretty bare bones as far as a physical game goes, but that's okay, because it was really cheap. Yeah, Need for Speed Unbound, very cool. Next up, we got Stray, which Stray is freaking awesome. It's one of my favorite games that I played this year. I know it came out, not this year. When I say this year, I mean 2023. It's one of my favorite games that I played in 2023. I know that it came out in 2022, I think. But I really like this game a lot. And not only because you're playing as a cat, like it's really cool that you play as a cat in Stray, and it's like part of the novelty factor of it. But it's just a cool freaking game. It's like kind of a weird like adventure game / 3D platformer a little bit / puzzle game. I don't know, it's just awesome. It has amazing vibes. And I paid $15 for this. I don't remember if I said that or not. I think this is usually $40 and I paid $15, so I was really excited about that. And again, I played this on PlayStation Plus Extra, but I really wanted a physical copy just because I know I'm gonna want to play this again in the future. And it's just an awesome game. I loved it. So really excited about this physical copy. Let's open it up and see what's in it. This feels beefy. This feels like there's probably some stuff in here. So let's see what we got. Ooh, we got some, what are these, postcards? Yeah, like little picture-y postcard things. I don't know what you want to call these. I'm gonna leave them sealed for now. I don't really have any use for something like this other than just having a cool thing in my game case. So I'm just gonna leave these sealed. That is really cool though, to have that little extra bonus. And then yeah, we got this, we got the disc, which is a nice looking disc. So, and last but not least, this is the big one, which maybe a little questionable, maybe not the best game. But we got Metal Gear Solid Master Collection 1. I know people have a lot of problems with this, and I do too. So these games on the Switch, they run at 30 frames per second, which is just, it's unacceptable. Like it really is. I don't normally complain about stuff like this, but like Metal Gear Solid 2 ran at 60 frames per second on the PlayStation 2. And on the Switch version runs at 30 frames per second. It's like, it's kind of unbelievable. It's like kind of a cash grab from Konami at some point, but they grabbed my cash anyway because they had this for $30, and I wanted to be able to play these games on the Switch to play them portably. I think that'd be a really cool way to play these Metal Gear Solid games. And I already have the HD collection on the Vita, which comes with 2 and 3 and Peace Walker, I think. But that is not a good way to play those games, especially Metal Gear Solid 3. Like the controls are just so jank on the PlayStation Vita. It's basically impossible to play. And then I also have the HD collection on the PS3, as well as the original games on PlayStation 2. So I have a lot of ways to play Metal Gear Solid, but I just thought playing them on the Switch would be a cool way to do it as well. These are games that I'm going to keep playing and replaying my whole life, so it's just good to have different ways to play them, you know? And again, this was $30 for a $60 game. It didn't come out that long ago, so that's, you know, 50% off for something like that feels really good in my book. And yeah, let's open this up. Maybe Konami included a code in here for a 60 frames per second patch. You never know. You never know what they're going to do, those crazy boys over at Konami. Yep, there's nothing in here. Well, there's what is this? Hey, we got bonus tracks. You get some bonus tracks for the soundtrack. I'm not gonna use that. That's for sure. And the disc, the cartridge is that looks fine. I don't know. I've never really seen a Switch cartridge that looked like it was in bad shape. And also all these games are brand new, so I don't know why I'm even checking the quality of the discs and cartridges, but whatever, it's my channel. I can do whatever I want. Alrighty, so here's the recent pickups. Oh God, here's the recent pickups, including the stuff from Walmart. Yeah, I'm excited about all these, especially these Walmart games and Saboteur and Splinter Cell HD collection. I think those are the highlights for me from this stack. All right, and now we're gonna head to a game store to look for some stuff. I have to run some errands first, so depending on how long that takes, we might actually do this tomorrow. This was the errand that I had to run, by the way. Yeah, sit in the car with my cat. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. I have some stuff that I need to sell at the game store. Here's a big old stack of games that I'm gonna sell. I don't know how much they're gonna give me for this stuff. It's mostly pretty low value, except for like Armored Core 4 and these PS3 games are decent value, I think, but it's mostly junk. I also have this Xbox controller, this Hyperkin Duke Xbox controller that I wanna sell. I don't know what they're gonna give me for this or if they're even gonna buy it, but I'm gonna try to sell it anyway. So we're gonna take all this to the game store, see how much they give me for it, use those funds to buy some games, because I don't have any money. Let's head to the game store, either today or tomorrow. Let's go. All Alrighty folks, we're on our way to the Franklin location of Mega Media Exchange. A couple things that I'm looking for today. Again, I'm really not trying to spend a lot of money, so I love the original Xbox, and I've been thinking about how I don't have any James Bond games on the original Xbox. I had a few of them on the PS2, and then I sold all of them because I decided I'd rather have them on the original Xbox. And I still haven't rebought any of them for the Xbox yet. I'm pretty sure this Mega Media Exchange has like a bunch of those for really cheap. So I'm going to see if I can grab a couple of those. PS4 games, that's another thing we're definitely going to be looking for today. Other than that, I don't really have anything that I'm specifically looking for. So yeah, we're just going to be chilling and seeing if we can find anything cool. Should be pretty fun. And here we are at the Franklin Mega Media Exchange. This is probably my favorite place to hunt for games in the Milwaukee area currently. Their prices are really good, and then on top of that, they have a 25% discount, so I've just been finding a lot of good stuff lately. Starting off in the PS4 section, taking a look at this copy of Infamous Second Son. I don't have this game, and I've never played it. I've actually never played an Infamous game. I have Infamous 1 and 2 on the PlayStation 3, and I feel like if I haven't played those yet, I probably don't need to grab this one, but it is a series that I want to dip my toes into eventually. Yeah, a lot of sports games on the PS4 here. Definitely not interested in any of those. Way down to the bottom shelf, I spotted this copy of Tales of Arise for $8. So after the discount, it would be $6. That's just like a really solid price for this game. I'm not sure if I'm going to grab this or not. I feel like I might just because the price is so good and I need more JRPGs on the PS4. I don't know. I also saw they had both of these Middle-earth games for the PS4, and I said in my last video that if I found both of these for less than $10, I would grab them. And after the discount, this is going to be like $8 or $9, so I think today might be the day that I snag both of these bad boys. Excuse me. They also had a copy of Prey for $6, and yeah, that's just a really good price for this game. It's going to be like $4 or $5 after the discount. I definitely don't need this on the PlayStation 4, but I think having a physical copy of Prey would be really cool because I like it a lot. So depending on how much we get for our trade-in, we might grab Prey as well. And over here in the PSP section, there's not much at all, although they did have Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, which I'm playing through Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I really want to watch this, and I think watching it on the PSP would be a funny way to do it. Do I need to spend $16 on a UMD copy of Advent Children? Not really, but we'll see what happens. This store switched locations recently, and they're still a little bit disorganized. Everything's kind of spread out and not alphabetized, and there's like a million copies of all these common games still sitting out. I did spot for the PS2 this copy of EverQuest Online Adventures, which I don't need this at all. I'm not going to play this. It probably doesn't even work. But look at this cover artwork. That looks freaking sick. Yeah, I really wasn't seeing much at all in this little PS2 section here. They had like a million copies of Medal of Honor, a million copies of Splinter Cell, more Medal of Honor, SOCOM, not stuff that I'm interested in at all. And then they had more PS2 stuff over here, but again, just not really anything that I'm super interested in. Well, PS2 was a fail, so let's check out the Xbox and Xbox 360 stuff. They got a bunch of Xbox 360 games down here, including Dragon Age 2, which I guess I don't have. So it's going to be $6 after the discount. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And it's the BioWare Signature Edition, so that's a nice bonus for whatever that means. Ooh, here's a really good one. I almost didn't see this, but they had The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings for $16, so $12 after the discount, which is really, really good for this game. I've been wanting this for a while, and I think today might be the day that we finally pull the trigger. It even comes with a soundtrack CD, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm going to be really stoked to pick this one up for sure. They had another Xbox 360 shelf over here, and I saw a copy of Final Fantasy 13-2. I'm interested in this just from a collection standpoint, but I tried playing Final Fantasy 13 again recently, and I didn't really like it that much. So the Xbox 360 collector inside me is telling me to get all of these Final Fantasy 13 games, and then the rational part is saying, don't do that. I also saw they had a bunch of copies of Prototype here, which I'm a lot more interested in than Final Fantasy 13. I haven't played any of these Prototype games, and they've always looked pretty interesting to me, so they had Prototype 1 and 2 here. Yeah, again, depending on what we get for our trade-in credit, I might end up grabbing these Prototype games. A lot of copies of Halo 2 over on the original Xbox. I don't know if I've ever seen that many copies of Halo 2 in one place. And then up on this top shelf here, they had a couple James Bond games, including Agent Under Fire. Yeah, this is kind of one of the things I was looking to grab when I came in here. So it's going to be like $4 or $5 after the discount. That's not bad at all for Agent Under Fire. They also had Everything or Nothing, which I think this one's supposed to be really, really good. I played some of it back in the day. I think I rented it. I also think this is the game where the racing missions were designed by the Need for Speed team, which is really cool. It's also really cool to see 90 copies of Call of Duty Ghosts and 1 copy of The Last of Us, which is, it's one of the few PS3 games that I'm still interested in picking up. I don't know why, because I have it on the PS4, but I don't know, just something about this original PS3 version really appeals to me. And then I also saw they had Untold Legends Dark Kingdom, which I didn't know that there was an Untold Legends game on the PS3. I thought that was just a PSP thing, but yeah, that looks interesting. Looks like kind of a fun dungeon crawler. I probably won't grab it, but I just thought it was a cool thing to see. I've never seen it before. And we got one more shelf here with a bunch of PS4 and PS5 games. Some pretty good prices around here, including this copy of Midnight Suns that they had for $16. So again, $12 after the discount. This is really cool. I've been really interested in checking this game out. I've heard a lot of great things about it. And yeah, I know I'm showing a lot of games here. I'll show you guys everything that I ended up picking up in just a minute here. But yeah, this is one of the things that I was probably the most stoked about seeing there, especially for this price. That's just really, really solid. They also had Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, which literally just came out, and they had it for $15 off MSRP. This game looks cool, but I feel like in a year it'll probably be like $15, so I'm just going to wait to grab that one. And last but not least, I saw they had Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, which I have not played a single Dragon Ball game in my life. If this one's any good, you can let me know. I would like to have one of these in the collection, so maybe I'll go back and grab it if you guys think this is a good one. But yeah, for now, I left it behind. And that's going to be it for this trip, so we're going to head on back to the Collector John Corolla and see what we grab today. Let's do it. Alrighty, we're back in the Collector John Corolla, and that was awesome. I found a ton of cool stuff. This is probably like one of my biggest game store hauls ever, and I spent less than $15, if you can believe it. So let's take a look and see what we got. Okay, yeah. Yep. Here she is. That's a big haul. That's a real big haul. Yeah, so they gave me $62 for the games that I brought in. They only bought like 10 or 12 of them. And I'm guessing Armored Core 4 was probably most of that, which is funny because I bought Armored Core 4 from this exact store a few months ago for $4. So I think they had it mispriced at the time, and then they must have updated it in their system because I didn't really have anything else in that stack that was super valuable or pricey at all, other than Armored Core 4. So I'm guessing Armored Core 4 was a lot of that $62, and then the rest, I don't even know. I'm not even really sure what they bought. I didn't look. I know that it was like, of those 30 or 40 games that I brought in, it was only 10 or so that they bought. But yeah, I'm really stoked that they gave me $62. I was expecting to get like 20 or 30 at the very most. So that was awesome, and because of that, I ended up buying way more than I was planning to. Yeah, so let's take a look at these PlayStation 4/PlayStation 5 games that I found in there. I've been having really good luck with finding PlayStation 4 games at this location lately. So we're gonna start off here with, we have these 2 Lord of the Rings games, Shadow of Mordor and A Shadow of War. I do not have either of these. I think I might have a copy of Shadow of Mordor on the PC for like Ubisoft Play or whatever their service is called that they sell games on. I'm never going to play that. I'm never going to install that app to play this game, so I'd rather just have it on a platform that's easily accessible and where I like playing video games. So yeah, I'm really excited about both of these. I don't think I've really played either of them. I've watched my brother play some of this one. But yeah, I think these will be really fun to play on the old PlayStation 4. Next up, we grabbed Tales of Arise for $8. And again, all of these are 25% off. So the price on the sticker is not quite what I paid. I paid 75% of what's on the sticker. Paid $6 for Tales of Arise. That's a really good price for Tales of Arise. Starting up a new JRPG is kind of a daunting proposition for me because I know that they're always so long. But you never know. Maybe someday I'll check this out, and it's cool to just have more JRPGs in the collection, even if I don't always play them. I am playing Final Fantasy VII Remake right now, and I really, really like it, so maybe that'll spark some JRPG enthusiasm for me to check out more stuff like this. I don't know. We'll see. And then we got Prey. This game's amazing. It is probably the best immersive sim of the 2010s. I really, really love Prey. I do not have a physical copy of it on the PS4, so I'm sure, I don't think it has a PS5 upgrade or anything. It probably runs at 30 frames per second. But I think, you know, playing PS4 games at 30 frames per second doesn't really bother me that much. It's fine. It's a little bit of an adjustment when you're going from like the PS5 performance mode at 60 to a PS4 game running at 30. But you still get used to it really quick, and it's not that big of a deal. And I think like the benefits of having a physical copy and being able to play it on the living room, on my big TV, on actual hardware, I don't know, all that stuff is just really enjoyable to me. So I'm stoked to have a PS4 copy of Prey finally. And last but not least, on the PS5, we got Marvel Midnight Suns. Again, another really solid price for this game. I feel like a lot of their PS4 and PS5 games are just a little underpriced, and then they're discounted on top of that, so it's pretty awesome. And I've heard a lot of great things about this game. I know a lot of people really like this, and I'm not even that into Marvel stuff, but I do like Tactics Combat quite a bit. And this game is made by Firaxis, who are a pretty outstanding studio when it comes to Tactics Combat games. They made the XCOM games, which are really incredible. So I really want to check this out. It seems really cool, despite the fact that I don't care about Marvel. Still seems pretty sick to me, so excited to have this one in the collection. So that's the PlayStation haul. Let's move on to the Xbox 360, starting with Dragon Age 2. I was surprised that I don't have this game, so I alphabetized my entire game collection this past week, which is something I should have done way earlier, but I finally got around to it, and I realized that I don't actually have a copy of Dragon Age 2, which is weird, because I like this series a lot, and I played some of this when it came out. It wasn't my favorite, but it is something that I would check out again, and I like the series a lot. I love BioWare. It's just a cool physical game to have in the collection. So yeah, we grabbed Dragon Age 2, and this one has some stuff in it. It's got a manual. It's the BioWare Signature Edition. I don't know what that entails or what that's supposed to come with, but I don't know. It's a cool looking case, that's for sure. So yeah, Dragon Age 2, that's pretty awesome. And then we got Prototype and Prototype 2. I think I had both of these on the PlayStation 3 a while ago, and then I sold them because I decided I wanted them on the 360. And now I have them on the 360, so that's great. I know absolutely nothing about these. I know that they came out around the same time as the Infamous games, and people compare them a lot because they're both kind of similar. But other than that, I have no freaking clue what these are all about. So now's the time. Now's the time for me to learn, right? If you've played these and you like them, let me know. Let me know which one's your favorite. I'm assuming I should probably play them both and not just play Prototype 2 and not Prototype 1. But yeah, let me know what you think of this series. It's pretty interesting to me. And this one I'm really excited about. I've been wanting this for a long time. We got The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings for the Xbox 360. And this is one that I played on PC a long time ago, like 2012. I think I played this on PC. And I thought the keyboard and mouse controls were really weird. I did finish it. I liked it a lot, but I thought like playing it in that format was kind of awkward, kind of a weird way to play it. So I'm really interested to see what this consoleized version is like. I think this game was designed with consoles in mind. And this enhanced edition is really cool. It does come with like a pretty thick manual, which is nice. And on top of that, it comes with a official game soundtrack, which I'm gonna throw into my CD player in my Corolla here on the way back and see what this is all about. I love frickin' game soundtracks on CD when they come in the case with the game. I just think that's so cool. So love to see that. It was $16 plus the discount, so it would have been $12, I think, after the discount. Really good price for Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings Enhanced Edition. So yeah, super stoked about this one. And lastly, these last two are not very exciting, but we got these two James Bond games on the original Xbox, which you heard me earlier. I said that I wanted these. So sick. Very cool. I wish they would have had Nightfire, because that's my actual favorite one. But I did play Agent Under Fire a lot back in the day. I like this one a lot. I don't know if I ever played Everything or Nothing, but Nightfire was my favorite, so they didn't have it. Hopefully next time I can find it, maybe. I just realized that this copy of Agent Under Fire that I bought has some case damage, so I probably should have looked a little closer. But it's hard to be like surrounded by people and filming and like looking at game cases, deciding which copy to get when there's like 12 of them. It's kind of just a lot going on, so I do slip up like that occasionally. But anyway, I don't really care that much. It's not a big deal. I'm happy to have these in the collection. I have really been wanting to get some James Bond games on the original Xbox for a while, so glad that we're finally getting somewhere with that. So yeah, all in all, this is a really good stack of games for $15. I know I sold some stuff, but it was all like dupes and stuff that I wasn't interested in keeping, so nothing that I'm gonna miss at all. Oh, they didn't buy that controller either, so the controller was not factored into that $62. I'm probably just gonna sell that on eBay or something. So yeah, freaking that was crazy. That was a crazy trade-in deal. I don't know. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's videos. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. I appreciate the nice comments and the likes and the subscribes, which are all things that you should be doing, by the way. If you're watching this video and you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do so. It would help a lot and allow me to keep making these videos. So we'll be back soon with more chill and fun game collecting content with your boy Collector John. And we'll see you then. I'm Collector John. We'll see you guys in the next one.